If you are struggling with writer's block, this is going to change everything. Like, it changed the game for me and my story, and it's made such a difference. Hey guys, it's Arabella, and I am here to help you become an epic storyteller. So let's get into it. What is the most underutilized part of storytelling? Something that a lot of people get wrong, traditionally published, indie published, advanced, and newbie authors alike. What is this simple thing? It's conflict. Specifically, character-on-character conflict. This is where you have one character conflicting in many other ways with another. Now, let's define what conflict is. Typically, when I say that, most people are going to jump to the conclusion that conflict is the external plot stuff. So like someone running from a band of bad guys, that seems like conflict. But though that is great stuff and you want to have exciting external elements in your plot, this isn't what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the internal conflict. So if you've watched any of my videos, especially my Save the Cat Beat Sheet and 3X Story Structure series, which I'm gonna put up here, I talk a ton about internal conflict. And I've gotten a lot of replies saying people just kind of get a little bit stuck on how do I transform my character through internal conflict? And that got me thinking. So stay to the end of the video because you guys are going to get an exclusive deal that you're going to love, and it's going to help you do all of this. So stay with me here. In many ways, authors, including myself, anchor a ton of our internal conflict on our protagonist, as we should. I'm not saying don't do that. That would be against everything I've always said. So absolutely do that. But if you want a really full novel with a full cast of characters that don't seem like just like they're standing there doing nothing, this is going to help you with that. So we have our primary character, which is going to be our protagonist, antagonist, and then we have our secondary characters, which are going to be more like the mentor, the sidekick, and the contagonist. And then we'll have our tertiary characters, which is kind of everybody else. And that's a lot to juggle. So how do you have a vast cast of characters who some of them are going to have internal conflicts, they're going to have character arcs, they're going to have motives, wants, needs, things that need to change. You want to do all the things that you're doing for your protagonist for a few of your other characters. Now you can't do this with everyone, so you're gonna have to pick and choose. I'd say do like 5 characters that have a little more depth to them than the rest. Primarily your secondary characters. Another point I want to make, all this conflict that I'm talking about can't come directly from your antagonist. It can't be antagonist versus protagonist all the way. Even though that is the primary source of conflict for the story, you want to include the other characters, just like I just said. And so how do you do that? Well, I created something for you guys called the Star of Conflict. And this is a tool that helps you do exactly what I just said. It shows all the different types of conflict each character can have with the other. And so you will define your characters, pair them off, and say, so the mentor believes this, the sidekick believes this, let's make those beliefs conflict. Or the protagonist has some motivation and then the contagonist has another, let's have those motives and things conflict. So that is how you want to think of it. You want to have a very conflict driven thought process here. Anything that you can use to create conflict between other characters is going to make your story richer, more vivid, more realistic, and honestly more exciting to read. Humans, I know it's awful, but we're inherently drawn to conflict. It's like we can't get enough of it. A boring story is just a story without conflict. So if you're interested and you're like, give me this tool, Arabella, you're in luck because it's absolutely free. There's nothing I'm gonna ask you to buy afterwards. It's just free when you join my newsletter, which has just launched, and I am so excited. I would love all your guys' support to join the newsletter, be a part of Arabella's army officially. How long have I been telling you guys to join the army? Well, this is your chance. Be a part of the army, learn how to do all of this great conflict stuff. It's a wonderful tool for writer's block. If you are struggling with writer's block, this is going to change everything. Like, it changed the game for me and my story, and it's made such a difference. So the link is going to be below. Subscribe to the newsletter. And thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you got value from this, I'd love it if you just gave the video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.